Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Here are some thoughts of mine regarding the Israeli-Palestinian problem. Most people think Israel's response to Hamas's attack is an over-response. I agree. Even if Israel succeeds in destroying Hamas, the price would be too great. The Palestinians wounded and killed, their homes and hospitals destroyed. Yes, the Palestinians overwhelmingly voted for and continue to support Hamas, which is sworn by charter to kill all Jews and not just in Israel. Yes, their attacks were barbaric, including beheading children, raping and then killing women, and then tossing around their breasts like a football. Yes, Palestinian parents and schools teach children to proudly die trying to kill Jews. But Israel's disproportionate response to Hamas's attacks kills too many innocents. As problematic, the Israeli over-response is yielding whack-a-mole. Destroy Hamas and two other terrorist groups pop up. Perhaps most serious, Israel's overreaction increases the risk of expanding the war, even potentially to nuclear. Finally, Israel's overreaction exacerbates worldwide enmity against Israel, and yes, against Jews, which could take generations of, quote, good behavior to undo. Many people view Israel as occupying Gaza. In 1967, Egypt, Jordan, and Syria massed their armies at the Israeli border about to invade Israel. In that war, Israel then retook the West Bank, Gaza, and Golan Heights. 20 years ago, in 2005, Israel unilaterally gave Gaza to the Palestinians. Israel is being judged by a double standard. There's only one Jewish-led state, Israel, and in it, Arabs have full rights of citizenship, voting, serving in Israeli government, etc. The Arab population is increasing far faster than the Jewish one, far from, quote, genocide. In contrast, there are many Muslim-only states in which Christians, Jews, and so on are simply kicked out. And the Jews have a particular right to a homeland because of millennia-long efforts to destroy them. Millennia-long? Really? Yes. For example, in antiquity, the Romans destroyed the core Jewish temple in Israel. In the Inquisition, the Jews were forced to convert to Catholicism or be burned at the stake. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, the Russians invaded thousands of Jewish homes, the pogroms. Soon after, Lenin and Stalin killed, enslaved, or exiled to Siberia countless Jews. Of course, the Nazis systematically killed 6 million Jews, and, little discussed, the U.S. refused to intervene until the end. FDR even turned back a ship full of Jewish refugees. The passengers were so close they could see the Statue of Liberty, but FDR forced the ship to return to Europe. From the very day the United Nations allowed that sliver of enemy-surrounded desert to be a Jewish safe haven, the Arabs started and have continued bombing and terrorizing Israel. For example, in 1973, on the Israelis' holiest day, Yom Kippur, Israel and Syria attacked Israel. Bombings with Iranian and Russian missiles have continued through the 2000s. In 2005, the Gazans overwhelmingly elected Hamas, which was and is sworn by charter to destroy the Jewish people not just in Israel, but worldwide. That has culminated in Hamas's October 7, 2023 invasion. Hamas uses what is called the CNN strategy, hiding their soldiers in schools, mosques, and hospitals, using civilians as human shields in violation of international law. Israel has done much to prevent civilian casualties, including warning civilians to evacuate military targets. But Hamas using human shields ensures some civilian casualties, which Hamas's PR machine trumpets to the media, for example, wailing mothers, and the media dutifully presents it to the public. As the journalism saying goes, if it bleeds, it leads. Some people believe the enmity toward Israelis and Jews is born of jealousy of the Jewish people's outsized achievements. Such people thus believe that to be anti-Israel or anti-Semitic is to be anti-merit. That is true. For time immemorial, the Jewish people have placed great value on an education. In choosing a spouse, intelligence has been a prime criterion, and in raising children, education and debate are central. That's core to why the Jewish people have made outsized contributions to everything from medicine to entertainment. It's only human to resent individuals and groups that have achieved more than you have. Jealousy indeed is at least partly at the root of anti-Semitism. I want to share with you now my best idea for solving the Israeli-Palestinian problem. I call it New Israel. It was foolish for the United Nations to place Israel on that sliver of land surrounded by millennial sworn enemies. The U.S. has given untold billions, maybe even trillions, to arm the Israelis against attacks. Better it should be spent on what I am calling New Israel. The U.S. should seed an Israel-sized sliver within the massive forest land north of New York City, where 3 times as many Jews live as in Jerusalem. Israeli Jews would be given the option to move to New Israel, receiving financial assistance if needed. Jews choosing to stay in Israel would know that in 5 years, Israel would become a Palestinian state. I believe that New Israel would, at far less cost, yield far less bloodshed and far more peace. In any event, those are my thoughts in response to the tough issues regarding the Israeli-Palestinian problem. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel, and certainly would welcome you checking out any of my 32 books. Perhaps the one most relevant to this book is A Dose of Reality, but all 32 are on Amazon. Just go there, search on my name, Marty Nemko, N-E-M-K-O, and you will find more than you can stomach. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.